critical day of the state still counting votes. Now that you shade Wisconsin blue, we're still waiting on Michigan. We're still waiting on Pennsylvania. President's leading, but we're still not done in North Carolina. President's lead is shrinking in Georgia. And so we go out west. So let's just walk through what this tells us about the important day ahead. Let me do it in reverse. Let me do the president first. Let me bring this up. It is quite possible, we haven't called this yet, that the president gets Maine's 2nd congressional district, right? We know when Alaska's done counting the votes, we assume the president will get that. Let's just say, I know Democrats will be upset here, but for the sake of argument, the president's leading in Georgia. Might shrink. We'll see. They're still counting some votes there. President's leading in North Carolina. Again, we're not done. But if you do that, give the president those, be more than fair to the president. Now we come here. You take Wisconsin, you're leading in Arizona, you're leading in Nevada. That gets Joe Biden to 254, which means Michigan, where he is leading right now, we can break down the numbers in a minute. That alone, with Wisconsin, if he holds the leads in Michigan, in Arizona, and in Nevada, Joe Biden gets to 270, even without the hotly contested 20 here. The president still leads in Pennsylvania. The Biden campaign thinks as they continue to count the votes, they have the math to come back. But even without it, Joe Biden could win the presidency with Wisconsin. Now that we've projected that, lead in Michigan, leads in Arizona, leads in Nevada, took away that congressional district last night. That gets you to 270. That's the finish line.
Let's take a look at Wisconsin right now and see what we're seeing right now, because the president has, his campaign has already requested a recount in Wisconsin. But show us the vote now and the vote 4 years ago in Wisconsin.
They have, and it's very significant that the former Republican governor, Scott Walker, who does not mind a good partisan fight, just tweeted that given this margin, 20,500 votes, he thinks it is highly unlikely that you would reverse it. He talked about 2 previous recounts in races where the vote total changed by 300 or 100 and something votes. When you have 20,000, and they say they're done counting, just about done counting in Wisconsin.
4 years ago, the numbers were pretty similar, but Hillary Clinton did not request the recount.
She did not, and here's the look 4 years ago. You see Donald Trump with 1.4 million votes and change. He won by 22,748. Fast forward to where we are now. That's a slightly smaller lead for Joe Biden, 20,000 votes. And so where did it come from? When they kept counting, Waukesha County in the suburbs here, the president wins. But this was it. This is what we were waiting for. They're now up to 99%. As they counted the votes in Milwaukee, Joe Biden got a big chunk out of Milwaukee. Again, we go back 4 years ago, and you look at the difference. The big thing 4 years ago, Democrats were disappointed at turnout in Milwaukee. Look at that 288,000 and change there. You come forward now, 317,000 in a higher turnout election. Joe Biden with a 20,000 vote lead. And again, the Trump campaign has every right to ask for a recount. The state will do its canvassing now. You need another 10 days or so, a little more than that, before that is certified. And then they can't ask for a recount. The question is, will they? They say they're going to. That's a different process. You legally have to do it. And again, the Republican governor, Scott Walker, saying the odds of that are pretty steep. I've covered elections for a long time. Changing a 20,000 vote lead is most unlikely, but it's within the rules. One of the things we're going to go through today is all this contention as we count in all the states that are still out. We're going to go through contention. It's within the rules. We'll watch it play out.